Hello, everyone, and welcome to the chat, the weekly chat, the weekly wisdom with the web guys. Today, I am joined by Anthony Hogan. So, thank you for joining me, Anthony.
Pleasure.
Anthony is I'm going to allow him to introduce himself in a bit, but he's a financial article, but a bit of a difference. And I'm hoping that the chat today will be something rather unusual compared to what else you sort of see up there online in terms of talking about finances and stuff. So Anthony, if you want to introduce yourself to the world.
Yeah, hi, I'm Anthony Hogan. I'm an independent finance broker. My company is called Talent Finance. Been going for just over a year, started up in August of 2019. Prior to that, I did the best part of 10 years at a Ferrari dealership as a salesman to start off with, and then became the finance manager for the business for Ferrari and Maserati. But due to commitments at home, 3 children, working long hours there, I decided to pluck up the courage and go on my own last year. So it's been an eventful ride so far with everything going on, but we've got lots of success stories so far, and it's building nicely, which is great.
Great stuff. Well, that's wonderful. So obviously, it's not every day you hear about people talking about buying supercars and big flashy cars and all that kind of stuff, and especially in this sort of economic thing that we're going through with the COVID and all that kind of stuff. But actually, there are people out there who are doing really well, and there are people who want to, I suppose, spoil themselves for doing really well. So it's got to be interesting to sort of hear in terms of buying cars. I'm not very experienced in buying cars, I'll be honest with you, but yeah. I have a feeling that if you go down to an Audi shop, they'll probably sell 10, 15 cars maybe a week in a dealership. What sort of how many sort of cars would you normally sell of your type of cars?
It depends. When I was at Ferrari as a salesman, you were targeted to 5 plus a month.
Wow.
Which doesn't sound that many, but when you're dealing with sort of most of the new cars were over £200,000, it's quite a difficult task to get people to part with their money, because the purchases. So I concentrate normally on high-end finance for motor vehicles, and it's a massive heart purchase. It doesn't make sense in your head to buy these cars at all, but there's something that draws you to it, whether you've seen something as a child like me, when I saw a Ferrari in London that my dad let me look through the window, and that started the sort of relationship with the supercars and how much I love them. And a lot of the guys and girls that fund them are exactly the same. So yeah, it's difficult to sell them sometimes. There's obviously a lot more choice out there because of the internet. But I would say, personally, at the moment, I'm doing sort of between 5 and 10 deals a month at the moment, which is,
to me, that sounds extraordinary. I would never have thought that you would sell that kind of volume, because, as you say, it's not a £20,000 vehicle you're selling.
No.
I think for me that's staggering to hear, and it's fantastic to hear. So, what sort of because I know you were at Ferrari and Maserati before, but sort of are you dealing in all brands of supercars?
Yeah. So we're dealing in all brands. So last night I was quoting on a McLaren 675 LT Spider, which is up at £229,000. So I was just trying to work out a deal with the guy where he normally pays cash for cars, so he doesn't really like finance. And one of my other customers referred him to me, basically just to say, well, look, go and talk to Anthony because he might find a better way for you to fund it. And he's like, I don't want to finance cars. I'm paying interest. It's not worth me doing it. But I explained to him with the balloon system. So most of the deals that we do have a balloon. So for example, this McLaren at £229,000, the finance company were prepared to put after 2 years. So you have the car for 2 years and pay monthly payments at the end, you can have a balloon of £187,000, which is really high.
Yeah.
So what that meant to him is his monthly payments are roughly about £900 a month or £890 a month for 2 years. And it just meant that he didn't have to put in that £887,000 he could just finance it.
Just can it, if you don't mind, can I just roll back a little bit there, because I think it's going to stagger people. So you're telling me that you're looking to finance a £250,000 McLaren,
£230,000. So let's say that.
And that would run at a cost of £800 to £900 a month.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, is mind-boggling, because
yeah,
I know what I'm driving. So it's no secret to the world. I'm driving a Q7, and that's not a particularly super car, is it? But my monthly payments are, well, they're not £900 a month, but you know, I'm also not driving a McLaren, so that's amazing.
It's amazing. It was quite a high balloon. It was actually surprised me how much confidence the finance lender had in the car to actually put that balloon on after 2 years. But the type of car that is, there is talk that hopefully it will be an appreciating asset, so it hopefully should go up in value in the future. So they're more confident to put the values high on it.
I'm sorry to butt in, but is that unusual for
it's
around that cost?
A couple of years ago, it wasn't unusual. You know, I was at Ferrari when, if whoever's watching, you know, is passionate about the Ferraris. When I was a salesman, and the 458 Speciale, which was the lightweight 458, came out, it was 210 grand plus your options, and you always put about £40,000 worth of options on. That's the reality. And so for 250 grand, those cars, when they first came out, lost a bit of money, which naturally cars do. But then suddenly there was a move in the market because the turbo engines were coming out, and Ferrari announced that their next model would be a turbo engine. And these naturally aspirated V8s suddenly became desirable, and the prices went all the way up to nearly £400,000 on the car.
Wow.
And this happened with a lot of the models, and not just Ferrari. You know, it happened with the Lamborghini Performantes when they first came out, the Aventador SVs. But just obviously with the current circumstances, things have sort of dropped off a little bit. The volume's still there, but the lenders are more nervous about what the future is going to hold. So it was quite unusual to get that high balloon. I spoke to a guy and I said, look, this is the reality of it. So you don't have to put that £187,000 in. You could actually invest that, and you'd probably make £900 a month on investing it. So actually, it's a no-brainer, and you've got that money there just in case, you know.
I think what's going to come as a surprise to most people watching this is the fact that you can actually drive around one of those very special vehicles for the same cost as a high-end Merc, BMW, and Audi. Yeah. Before I met you, I had never known that to be the case. I know, granted, I'm not the biggest car buff in the world, but still, I think that I'm fairly clued in about a lot of things, and I would never have dreamt that I would have been anywhere near being able to afford one of these cars, which actually, in the fact, is that it's more affordable than what you think. And you know, back in the day, these finance deals weren't available. They weren't available, but it's become more. The lenders love it because obviously it's good. They make good money out of it. You know. So who's your sort of audience? Who's your customer base? Because when I think about these types of cars, I'm thinking multi-millionaires, billionaires, footballers, superstar actors, and all these kinds of things. Is that actually who buys these cars, or is the reality?
Yeah, we get a few. I would say high-end sports. You know, sportsmen, women. We get lots of obviously multi-millionaires as well that have got a big car collection. So what we also do is we do an equity release program as well. So say, for example, somebody's got a £2 million car, they want to invest into something, but all their money's tied up happily, you know, earning money somewhere else. They can actually release some equity out of their car by financing it. So we can also, we also offer that, it can prove quite popular. But no, it can be anybody from CEOs of companies. It could be a plumber. I've just done a deal with an electrician who's doing really well for himself. I've just done a £70,000 Range Rover with him. And as long as they can prove the affordability, then the lenders, you know, as much as they're naturally nervous at the moment about what's happening, which they are, But what we try and do, or what I try and do, is every customer that comes in, I won't just take all their details and send it to the finance company and that's it, because you've got to build almost do due diligence on the client and build up a profile of the customer, so the lenders actually know when, as soon as they get the deal through, they can paint a picture and think, actually, yeah, you know what, this car does suit this guy, and he will, you know, the risk for us is low on this. So it doesn't have to be just multimillionaires. It's literally anybody that's also got a passion for cars, you know, that's saved up all their lives and just needs that a little bit extra. And I've just done a Ferrari California last month for £80,000 for a guy that just wanted to borrow 30,000 on it. He'd save £50,000 up and just was looking at cars at 50 grand and then just said, oh, Anthony, if I spend 80 grand, what does that look like? And again, the payment on that was about 300 quid a month.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. So
it is, yeah.
It's like, no, you're not doing it. Not yet.
Listen, I think that's absolutely amazing. Because again, you're opening up a world here that to people that most people don't approach it, I think, because they think it's out of their reach. But I think it's probably closer to people's reach than people realize. So I'm really glad you took your time to come on with me here today to sort of open up. Now, in terms of, I know you're based just outside of Lincoln. So if people want to come and see you, can they just walk in and have a chat?
Absolutely.
Some of these cars? Or?
Yeah, no worries. So where our office is, it's linked onto one of my very good friends, David Thompson, who owns Monarch Enterprises. So Monarch Enterprises is a high-end car dealership, which sells anything from your 25, 30 grand, I don't know, BMW M4s or Range Rover Sports, all the way up to, in August, he sold a Ferrari Enzo, which was a great thing for him to do. Yeah, which he'd been trying to get one and sell one for a long time, which I'm really proud of him to get the deal over the line and done. So, but yeah, you're more than welcome to come down anytime. Obviously, I'm out meeting clients, signing customers up quite a lot, but I can always, you know, give you details. I don't know how to do that, but so you can give me an email first or give me a call and then come in and just have a chat and just see if, you know, if the car's, you know, something that you're looking at is affordable to you.
Listen, we're going to obviously put all Anthony's details up on here, how to contact him and his website, and he's going to put in his own social media profiles as well. All I can say is that I've actually gone and seen Anthony in his office, and he was kind enough to guide me around all this fantastic stuff they have in the office and the warehouse there. And I can truly tell you, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, and up until now, I thought that it was.
That Bentley's still there, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't shown it to my wife yet. Please do go down and see Anthony and have a chat with him and look around to see what they have, because they have some wonderful stuff there. Listen, Andy, thank you very much for taking time out of your very busy schedule for doing this with me today. As I said, anyone out there who wants to have a chat with Anthony, please contact him directly. I will put his details on this video. Please like and share the stuff that we do here if you do like it and want to share it. And thank you very much. Thank you, Anthony, and everyone have a nice week. And we will be back again next week with another one.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys.